So now we're back and I have a stitch marker with me. I personally like to count, and that's what works for me. But for those of you who maybe take a little bit longer or can get distracted easily, a stitch marker is going to be your friend, okay? So what you're gonna do is do the first stitch of the next round. So round 6, we're doing 2 single crochets, so 1, and now we're gonna mark it right here where we just made our first stitch, okay? So this is the end of that row. So that's the first and that's the second. And now just to review what we're doing in this round, in round 6, is we're doing 2 single crochets in 1 stitch and then 4 single crochets. So the next 4 stitches will just be single crochets. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now what comes next is 2 single crochets in that next stitch. 1, 2. Now 4 single crochets. Two single crochets in this one stitch, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in the next one, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 in this stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 in that one stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. See how we ended right at the stitch marker? So that's just right. So we have 36 stitches going around. So now we have done round 6. So if you're going to use a stitch marker, then you're going to take the stitch marker off for now, and then you're going to put it back on again once we make that first stitch of the next round. So round number 7 is 2 single crochets in the next stitch and then 5 single crochets. So let me make that first stitch, and we're going to put that marker right here, okay? So you see where I have my hook, and then there's that first stitch for round number 7. Okay, so that's number 1, and there's 2. And now we're going to do 5 single crochets. And feel free to pause it if I'm going way too fast for you, or play it slower if that's helpful. Now I'm going to do 2 here in that same stitch, and then I'm going to do 5 single crochets. Two single crochets, and then 5. Two single crochets, and 5. plus 5, so 2 single crochets. And when you do those 2 single crochets, that's how it makes the circle bigger and bigger. So that's how you're increasing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See how we made it right back to that stitch marker. Okay, so that was round 7. Round 8, I'm not going to show you. I want you to do this on your own. It's the same thing that we've been doing, but instead you're going to do 2 single crochets on that first one, and then do 6 single crochets, 2 single crochets, and then 6, and so on. And then we'll meet back up here for round number 9.